My goal for these classes are to strengthen the mind as much as the body, because I've been dancing my whole life. And I personally feel that growing as a dancer is so much more than just like the physical part, right? So that's why I do this little journaling for us to like explore our minds as we grow as dancers. And so the question, I always bring a question. The question for today is like, what is your perception of time? Time.
Well, at this point in my life, for me, time is more important than money or anything else.
Okay.
Because I used to have a job that consumed all my time, and I didn't have time to enjoy like life or dance or be with my friends.
Yeah.
So right now, I have a very deep bond with time.
Yeah.
Because I really appreciate like every single minute, or at least I try to do it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm at this point right now.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, if you want to write down like a couple things, it's just for you, for us. We're gonna get started laying down. Yeah. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Yeah, you can keep your hands maybe on your belly, or if you want, you can have them laying on the ground by your side. Also, is English okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good? Yeah, you speak good English. Okay. And we're gonna start by settling into our bodies. So if you need to take any movement, wiggling anything, or just settle in. And yoga teachers talk about arriving at the present moment. So as you mentioned, with your deep connection and relationship with time, just savor this hour that we have together, honoring the fact that you chose to be here. And begin to sense how the breath moves your body. So when you inhale, maybe the belly expands and relaxes. And take a mental picture of your body and mind, noticing what points of contact are resting on the earth. How are your hips resting on the mat? Can you let go of your shoulders just a little bit more with each exhale? Can you create space between your upper and lower molars? Can you relax the muscles of your face? Can you feel the support of the floor underneath us? Taking in our surroundings. And every time we notice our support, maybe we can let go and allow gravity to do more work for us. As we're here, I invite you to set a dedication for this practice. In yoga, in Sanskrit, the Indian language, we call it a sankalpa. And the dedication can be for someone or something that may benefit from the energy we create and share today. Nice. Trusting and believing that that dedication will come true. Before we start moving, I want to share my collective intention for both of us, for all of us today, which is two parts. The first is to sense an expansiveness of our bodies. So in dance, we have our physical extremities, right? Up to our fingertips, up to our toes, our head, our feet. But we can always imagine that we're dancing beyond our physical body. And when that happens, oftentimes we have more presence, we dance fuller, we're more connected. So I would love for us to explore that today. And we're going to explore that also with a sense of expansiveness in time. So I invite you to feel like this class could last forever. And notice how that feels in your body. We're not in a rush. There's nowhere to go. The only place to be is here. And when we combine those two things, expansiveness of time with expansiveness of the body, we're going to play and see what comes up, see how we feel. So let's take 3 more collective breaths, inhaling in and exhale. 2 more. One more. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, you can place those hands on your mat, opening your eyes, just by your side. Walk those feet closer to you. Nice. We're going to take a big belly breath in, tucking the chin slightly. As you exhale, we're going to peel those hips up into a bridge, lifting those hips up. Yeah. Beautiful job. And exhale, roll the back down on the mat. Release those hips. Nice. 2 more. Inhale in. Exhale, like if you could move each part of the spine one at a time as you roll up. And exhale. Good job. 1 more. And you can interlace your fingers, coming back up, pressing the forearms and the upper arms into the mat. So feel like you press those arms in the mat and that pushes your hips higher. Yes. Do you feel the activation? Let's take 3 breaths here. One more. And slowly release down. Let's extend those legs. Shake them out a little bit. Shake. And gently bring that left knee to the chest. And we're going to cross it over to take a stretch. Nice. Extending that left arm to the other side. So you can extend that left hand to the left. The other way, so we take a twist. So sending your arm and your gaze to the left. Yeah, beautiful. And again, let's focus on sending energy past our feet, past the crown of our head, and slowly come back to center. And we're going to switch to the other side. Finding what feels good. Beautiful. Feeling like you're a cat waking up from a nap. And come back to neutral. Nice. We're gonna extend those legs again. Bring those arms up overhead. Take a good morning stretch like you're just waking up. Nice. And let's cross that left leg over the right. Grabbing the left wrist in the right wrist and send your legs and your hands to the right. Hi. Hola. Taking a stretch on the left side body. And then let's switch to the other side. Crossing the right leg over the left. And extending those arms to the left side. Stretching the side body. Feeling like you are infinitely long. And come back to neutral. Nice. And when you're ready, we're just gonna roll over onto our bellies. Yeah. Having those arms underneath us, this is called Sphinx. Do you know what a Sphinx is? A Sphinx? Like the Egyptian cat? The hairless cat, yeah. So feeling like your hips are sinking into the earth. And let's press away from those arms. Do you feel an activation in the arms? Yes, no? No? So feel like you're pressing the earth away. So you're activating your biceps, your triceps. One breath here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna send those hips back into a child's pose. You can keep those knees if you want parallel, or you can have them as wide as the mat. And releasing those toes, extend those arms forward. And I invite you to stay active. So really reach those fingers, and sink those hips towards the heels. Nice. Beautiful. We're gonna walk those hands underneath us. We call this all fours because we're on 4 points. And we're gonna take an exhale, releasing into what we call cow. I'm sure you've seen it. And then exhale into cat. So rounding the spine. Exhale, and then inhale. We're gonna move back and forth. Nice. How does that feel for you? Good? Do you feel the stretch? Let's take 3 more wherever you are. Last one. When you come to cat, you can tuck those toes behind you. We're gonna let our belly button come so much into us, so much that we lift those knees off the mat. Are your wrists comfortable like this, or do you want to put the thumbs down with your hands? You're good like this? Okay. And then we're gonna start rotating side to side. And as we tap, beautiful. So we're rotating those hips. As we tap those hips, if you feel comfortable, you can take a short exhale. So we're gonna exhale through the nose. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can extend those legs back into downward dog. Is this your first downward dog ever? Yeah. Okay, so let's focus on straightening the arms and straightening the legs as much as you can. I think you have that flexibility to straighten those knees. Does it feel like a big stretch for you? Yeah, it is? Okay, that's fine. So you can stay right there. If it feels okay, you can bend the knees if that's more comfortable. But the long-term goal is to send those heels towards the earth and straighten the legs. Nice. Let's take 3 collective breaths, finding awareness and just taking in how it feels. So breathing in. And exhale, imagine you're growing taller, longer. 2 more. 1 more. Nice. We're gonna lift onto those tippy toes, releve, and walk down the mat. We call this forward fold because we're folded. You can grab opposite elbows and swing side to side, releasing the weight of the head. Beautiful. Bring those hands to the shins and press up. We call this a flat back. So imagining that you have 1 string here and 1 string here. So you're extending that spine and release down. We're gonna roll up. So rolling up to standing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, arms up overhead. Pausing with the hands touching up top. And we're gonna take a side stretch up and over to the right. Beautiful. And come back to neutral. Extend, tall, 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 tall. And stretch to the other side. And come back. And we're gonna go up and over. So first we go up and then we go to the back. Gentle. And coming back to neutral. So this is called a vinyasa. Have you heard these words before? No. So vinyasa, you'll see is like a series of movements. And this is what a vinyasa is. So we're gonna exhale, come down, flat back. Inhale, hands on the shins. And then we're gonna step or hop into plank. And we're bending these elbows. So we call this a yogi push-up. So we come from our plank and we bend those elbows and we keep them close to the body. Yeah? That's called a chaturanga. These are just words. And we're gonna inhale up, upward facing dog. Beautiful, you have a good back, yeah? You have a lot of flexibility in your back. And then exhale, coming back to downward dog. So I can show you different transitions. So when we're here, you can absolutely tuck the toes, come from plank to downward dog. Or if you want, you can keep those toes tucked and you'll press up and then you bring those feet back. So whatever feels good. Shake the head no. Shake the head no. And nod the head yes. Let's take 1 collective inhale and 1 gentle exhale. And we're gonna try that 1 more time. So we're gonna step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on the thighs this time. And exhale down. This time we're gonna lead with our nose. So coming up like you're coming out of water. Hands come up and we're gonna take a stretch up and over to the right. Coming to neutral, up and over to the left. Coming to neutral, up and over to the back. And then hands stay through prayer. We'll come down, flat back. Release down, hands on the thighs, flat back up. And then we'll step or hop into our plank. And before we keep moving, we're gonna do the same rotations of the hips. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. Exhale, bend those elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work. How are you doing?
Good.
Good? Do you feel it? Okay. 1, slow inhale in. And exhale out. Nice. Come to the tippy toes, inhale in. And exhale, release the heels. 2 more like that. Beautiful. Inhale in. And release the heels. 1 more. Nice. And release. And we're going to take it one last time. So step or hop to the front of the mat. This time, let's have those arms behind us, flat back up. And release down, forward fold. We're going to roll up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle inhale in. Coming up, tall, 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 tall. And up and over to the right. Feeling like you can breathe more into the left lung here. And come back. Standing tall, feeling rooted, like if you were a tree growing your roots into the earth and your branches go up and bend to the left. Breathing into your right lung. And come back. Rooting up, tall, tall, tall. And exhale, up and over to the back. Beautiful. Hands through prayer, we come down. Release the head. Hands come behind us as we extend flat back. And release down. Step or hop to our plank. And we're going to place that left palm underneath us, opening up to a side plank. And we're going to take some rotations. If you want, you can stack the legs. And we're going to just bring this right arm in and out. Nice. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. 2 more. I know it's a lot. Nice. And come back to neutral. Let's bring those feet down and just take a gentle child's pose for a moment. Relaxing the weight into the earth, noticing how you feel now. Checking in with your heart. How are you feeling emotionally? Where are your thoughts? And we do this with a lot of respect, just honoring where we're at. Yoga is a space free of judgment, free of expectation. Nice. And when you're ready, we're going to walk back up into our plank. Placing that right arm underneath us, opening up to the side. And really think of pushing into that right hand so you can push those hips even more to the sky. Yes, that's the activation we want. And we're gonna release the arm just like we did on the other side. So, in and up. Let's take 5 of these. 5. I'm shaking too, don't worry. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice, come back. Neutral plank. Bend those elbows, chaturanga. You got this. Upward facing dog. Are you sweating? And exhale, downward dog. Nice. We're gonna pause here, taking 3 warm collective breaths. So, as we sit in the pose a little longer, find something new, staying curious. Can I extend past my fingers? Can I press more into my heels? Can I relax my tongue? Can I do a little less? So are you holding maybe some tension you can let go of? Nice, one more breath here. Beautiful, and we're gonna lift onto those tippy toes, rolling through into plank. Yeah. And then rolling back, downward dog. Bring those feet to touch behind. And we're gonna lift that left leg up and then tap the floor. 3 more of these. So this is called a 3-legged dog. And then we come back, downward dog. 2 more. 1 more. Nice, we're gonna bend that knee. Do you feel okay to bend the knee? And we're gonna allow the weight of the leg to stretch. Do you feel a stretch in your core? You're probably a little bit. Inhale here. And then come back, and we're gonna bring that knee as close as we can to our chest. And then let's place it down into a pigeon. This is called a pigeon posture. So you can bring, exactly. Do you feel it here? You're pretty open, yeah. And we're gonna just walk those hands to the front of the mat. Nice. Do you feel the stretch? Yeah? Beautiful. Reaching those arms to the front. We're gonna stay here for a couple breaths. Relaxing the tongue, the space between the eyebrows. With each exhale, checking back in with ourselves. Noticing if you're holding any tension in the shoulders. You can shake it out if you want. Three more collective breaths here. One more breath. And slowly we're going to walk our hands up. Bending this back knee. So my quads are very tight, but If you can, yeah. Do you feel it? I don't know if it's available to you. It's tight for me too, but you can walk the foot into the elbow. I think you're bendy enough. That feels okay, right? Don't go too, like, if it feels tight, you don't have to push. Yeah? Do you feel a stretch here? Okay, so we're gonna stay here. If you want, you can go even further. I don't know if you want, and beautiful, look at you. This is called mermaid. Yeah, so we're gonna stay here. If you want, you can stay right there. This is enough for me today. And breathe. Breathe into where the stretch is. Two more breaths. One more breath. And release it down slowly. You okay? We're gonna tuck that toe behind us. And then lifting that left leg back, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog. And we're gonna reach it to the left side. Reach to the side. And back up, like you're painting a rainbow behind you. For 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Nice, coming back, three-legged dog, and bringing that leg down, relaxing in our downward dog. Where do you feel the stretch here? Behind your legs? Yeah, okay. You just stay right there. Each day we get a little bit stronger. Nice. When you're ready, bring those feet to touch behind, and we're gonna lift that right leg up, three-legged dog, and then drop it down, downward dog, for 5. Using our whole body, 4. It's not just the leg moving, our arms are supporting us. Our spines are supporting us. 3, 2, and 1. Bending that knee if you can for a brief moment. Stretching the deep core. Good. Coming back, three-legged dog. Bringing that knee as close as you can to your chest, to your nose, and coming to the pigeon in the other side. Yeah. So in pigeon, we want to think of aligning this leg, the front leg, to the front of the mat, like parallel. And then we're gonna, instead of being tilted to one side, we will sit right in the middle of our hips. So the stretch is a little more intense. And then we can walk those hands down. So feel like your weight is in the center of your body. And it's okay that one side maybe is more flexible than the other. Do you have one side that's more flexible? Is this more flexible? You think so? It's normal. It's normal because we tend to use our bodies differently. Like, depending on if you're a righty or a lefty, we do things more with one side. So with that being said, yoga really allows for us to find flexibility and strength on both sides. Slowing down the breath. 3 more collective breaths here, inhaling in. And with each exhale, let go of something, whatever that means to you. One more. Nice, and when you're ready, slowly walk those hands underneath you. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, bending this left leg now. And if you want, you can bring it, into the elbow. We're gonna breathe here. Sending a lot of love to that left leg. Nice. 3 more breaths here. One more. And slowly release that leg down. Tucking the back toe. And coming back, downward dog. 3-legged dog, and we'll paint our rainbows on the other side, extending that right leg to the right and back up for 5, 4, 3, we got this. I know I'm shaking, 2, last one, and come back, downward dog. And drop those knees. We're gonna take a child's pose. If you want this time, you can keep those legs tight and drop the hands behind you. Bowing the upper body to the earth in a sign of reverence, in a sign of respect. Connecting back to your breath. Observing how you feel. Noticing the quality of your breath. Is it slow or is it faster? More relaxed? Beautiful. When you're ready, we're slowly gonna roll up to a kneeling position. How are your knees? Do you have like tight knees? No knee injuries? Do you have like knee injuries? No? Okay. So we're gonna do a pose that for me is a little hard, but for some people is easy. So you can widen your legs a little bit. Here, I'll turn to face you. And then we're gonna sit in between the legs. Yeah, so it's like we're allowing the lower leg, yeah. Do you feel any stretch or are you very bendy? Like I feel a lot here. Do you feel okay to keep going? Yeah. So I'm sure you've already been told, like in other dance styles, to point the toes. So let's point the toes behind us. So we're activating, And then if you can, this is hard for me, we're gonna bring those arms behind us and sit back. I'm really tight here, so. Can you put those elbows down? Are you open? Like here. Nice. And if you want, you can lay down, but I'm very tight. Like lay down on your back, but for me, this is enough. We're gonna stay here. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes I can lay down. Depends on the day. How do you feel? Good? Nice. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. This is called hero's pose. Yeah, like a hero. Un héroe. Three more breaths here. And then slowly, when you're ready, we're gonna come back up just like we started. Woo. Very gentle. Walking to all fours. And we're gonna take some circles of the knees or the hips to the right. Are you okay? And to the left. Nice. Sitting down on the heels, we're gonna do a pose called rabbit. So we're gonna grab our heels, bringing the crown of the head to the earth, and then lifting those hips up like you wanna create a round shape in your back. So lift, You might have more flexibility than I do. So as far as you can send those hips up, and you keep the crown of the head on the earth. So you can come and hold the other way. So where are my hands? My thumbs, are your thumbs on the outside? Yeah. I think you are the same way. The thumbs are on the outside. And the fingers. No, I feel like I'm the other way. No, you're right. I think you're right. And then extend up. Lifting those hips up. Yeah. Okay, do you feel the stretch? A little bit? And feel like you can lengthen the back of your neck. So we're keeping this long. Yes. So like those shoulders stay connected here. Yeah. Crown is on the floor and you're lifting those hips up. So it's just like the cat pose. We want this to be round. Round. Yeah. Nice. One more breath here. And come back to sit. Kneeling position. How are you doing? Good? We're gonna do one more balancing exercise. So come back to all fours. Tucking those toes, lifting back up, downward dog. Beautiful work. We're gonna walk those feet to the front of the mat. And slowly but surely, we're gonna roll up, lifting this right leg with us. One-legged mountain pose. And we're gonna come into what we call warrior 3. So bring the right leg to the back with the hands, extending like if you're creating a T shape. If it feels better, you can keep those palms, I know, in the center. Stay here for 3 beautiful breaths. How are we doing? 2 more. And then whenever you're ready, we'll come back up and down. How was that? Challenge?
Yes.
A challenge, I know. We always need a little bit of a challenge. So let's lift that left leg up. And then pressing it back with those arms. If it feels good, you can bend the front knee a little bit. Beautiful. Hands can come to prayer if you want. Three breaths. Focus on the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then coming back up. Woo. And down. We're going to start to slow down now. So walking to the front of the mat. We're going to soften those knees and those ankles, coming into a chair. And send those arms back. Dropping the hip a little bit more. And up. And same thing, arms back, sitting a little bit more. And up. Spreading those toes. Spread the toes. Nice, one more. For the extra challenge, you can come up onto releve, onto those toes. 3, 2, and 1, release. And then we're gonna come all the way down slowly to sit and lift those legs and extend. And we're gonna cross for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a hug and extend and come back up. Just 3 of these. 2. 1 more. And relax all the way down. Extending those legs if it feels good. In yoga, we call this Shavasana. Have you heard of Shavasana? No. It's our final pose. We call it a final resting posture. So, if it feels good, you can close your eyes. And a beautiful part of practicing yoga is it's like going on a journey. We start by calming our nervous system, and then we work it all up. We sweat, we get stronger, we get more flexible, and then we come back to the mat to reset, to unwind, to really process, to give our bodies the space and the time to integrate all the new movement we discovered. And we come back to center the breath. Nice. Coming back to the idea that time and having time can be infinite. So what does it feel in our bodies to tell ourselves we have enough time? That we have all the time in the world. There's no need to rush. And just allow that feeling to support the body. Are you feeling okay? Yeah? You can stay there for a little bit longer, just checking the time. Is it okay if I use my hands to give you some stretch? I'm just gonna lift your ankles. Feel like you can let go. Yeah. Does that feel okay? You're like, that's crazy, I've never done that before. Yeah. Nice. Can I come to the back of your head? Is that okay? Okay, I'm just gonna put one hand. You can rest your head one way, the other way. And feel like you can release the weight of your head into my palms. Like your body's getting taller. Relaxing the temples. Taking a couple more breaths here. Coming back to your intention or the dedication you set at the beginning of your practice. And then slowly you can begin to bring more movement to your body. Wiggling those toes, those fingers. Yeah, taking a stretch if that feels good. Nice. We'll meet in a seated position, cross-legged. Take a big breath in. If you want, you can keep your eyes closed. Exhale, hands through prayer. Two more just like that. Inhale in. And exhale, bring those hands to touch. Yeah. Last one, savor it. Connecting to this present moment. Those palms touch above us, capturing energy. We tap those thumbs on the forehead or the third eye. Honoring our wisdom. We tap those thumbs on the lips, honoring our truth. And we tap those thumbs on our heart, honoring our love. I want to thank you, Laura, for taking class with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do you feel?
I feel really good.
Yeah?
With my body, like I feel grateful with my body because, I did all of this stretching, the balancing,
Yeah.
the sustain my body.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel really good.
Yay! Thank you for coming.